Hello, everyone. Hey, I don't know where you are right now in your life. If you are at a really good place where you say, "Gosh, life is great, life is awesome. I just love life." Could be, and then if this is the case, congratulations. And just really, you have to. If you're in that state, you have to go to all these people who don't feel good because your energy is contagious, and people need people like you. Really, you have to do it. But in case you do not belong to those lucky ones, when you belong to the people who say, you know what, I'm just stuck. I feel overwhelmed. I'm stressed. I have this challenge in my life. I don't know what to do. I'm just completely stressed out. I cannot think clearly. It's just this big overwhelm, right? I have good news for you, really. Now, and this is what I see with a lot of women today. And the thing is, let me tell you, that a lot of women, they analyze their situation way too much. Yeah, and this is what really gets them in that overwhelm. It's not the problem itself. It's not the challenge itself. Most of the time, it's that reaction towards that what is in their lives. You see, there's this big thing, just for instance, and then that woman goes deep, and women can go deep. I mean, that's a blessing, right? But it can turn into a curse if you go way deep, way deep, way deep, way deep, and then the thing is, now does it help you to get out of that situation? Do you feel liberated when you go deep? And if you don't, if you say, well, I go deep, I can explain you exactly where all that stuff comes from. You know, I had that, whatever, thing with my daddy when I was young. You know, I know my mom, she always used to say that, and I know the way I am has to do with them, and with her, with him, and okay, good. So, if you know that now, does that have a positive effect on the situation you're in right now? If you say no, then forget it. Forget analyzing. And this is what guys, this is their advantage. It's not that they don't know how to think, but they, for some reason, they know that analyzing something that has already happened doesn't help them where they are today. And let me tell you something about the horses. You know, this is my job. When you're working with horses that are troubled or traumatized, you have a lot of people, especially the owners, they tell you the story. Yes. And you know, it's like, yeah, I know this, well, this horse is showing that anxiety because of that, and because of him, and because of what happened, because of the beat up treatment from that pre-owner, because of that neglect. All right. So I tell them, good, all right, thanks for sharing that. But it doesn't help. It doesn't help me. Even if I have all those information, it doesn't help me. It doesn't help me in the process. So the only advice I can give you, when you feel stuck, overwhelmed, don't analyze why. Forget it, please don't do that. Just sit there and say, okay, I'm in shit now. Let's put it all blunt. Come on, we're all grown-ups, and I want to go on the other side. Now, what do you need to do? Don't analyze. It doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get you anywhere. You know, I would be the very first person to do it if I knew it could help you, but it doesn't. I know it doesn't. So it's a waste of time, and this might be a reason why you're so exhausted and overwhelmed, because you're using all your energy into that analyzing, whereas you could use it to go ahead. That's what I'm talking about. So when you know where you really want to go, in spite of the circumstances, make up your mind and stick to it. And then you get out of that, and then you get out of that overwhelm. That overwhelm doesn't go away by thinking about the overwhelm. No, it just gets more and more and more. And then, and now I know I'm going to push a button with some. It used to be my big button. And then it's like you have that perfect excuse why you cannot move on in your life. It's like, yeah, if I wasn't so overwhelmed, if I wasn't in such a stress, if I wasn't in such a mess, if my daddy hadn't done this, if my mom hadn't said that, I would be in a different shape and then I could do all those things. You know what? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And you know it. So instead of looking for excuses not to go to the place where you actually want to go, move ahead. You know, just forget about that. And this is the advice I can give you. And I can only say that because I've been there myself. Really. And you know, if you really want to get out of your mess, start to move your feet. That's the biggest lesson horses can teach you. Move your feet. And you don't have to go fast, but move your feet. And if you start to analyze stuff, you're stuck. You're stuck. It's like you analyze, you go deep, but you're not moving. See, you're not moving. Move. This is what you have to do. And this is when things start to happen. And then all of a sudden you feel that liberation. It's like, whoa, that overwhelm is gone. I still feel a little bit stressed, but I can handle it. And this is when the universe starts to help you. So you move ahead now. You forget about your excuses. Just move your feet.